All right, welcome to Empower English. Now, as you can see on my screen, that's my mentor. That is my English teacher. In fact, he's my everything for me actually. So let's get started. This time we'll do something different. Yesterday night I posted a video on my page, and the some of the people uh, they want me to do kind of a extra listening or very interesting um, videos or topics. So I choose his topic, and of course, his the way he speaks is a little bit fast, maybe for you. So I will, uh, uh, of course, you will listen to him. Of course, I will listen to him. But what I'm gonna do is I will show his movie, his videos, and I will say his sentences, his phrases in a very slow and direct way. So the way he speaks is very clear, but some people, they don't understand his speaking. So now I'm here to help you understand the whole uh, topics, the whole video of him. So let's get started. Let's jump into it, and so let's get started. The topic is called leadership, right? Leadership, positive leadership.
First, this topic. How do you do it? Well, one of our values of the
One of our values, one of our important things in his community.
Effortless English family, or Effortless English community of learners,
Less English community of learners, right? Basically, his group online.
family of learners around the world, international. We have a code. We have
A code means like a rule, right? So in his community, there's a rule, right? I think three rules. So one of his rules in his community, in his group, in his peer group.
a mission, and we have values. And one of those values is positive leadership.
So what he means is that he, in his group, there's a rule. This rule is like about positive leadership, right? Actually, in his group online, everybody is positive. Everybody, they never say bad things to each other. They always say compliments, right? Somebody gets um, they don't have if they don't have confidence, and the his community, they will always um, they will be always there and to help them, and they will his community always helps the people who are not confident, who has yeah, those kind of things actually.
Positive leadership. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Positive leadership, what does it mean?
Well, when I say positive leadership, mostly what I'm talking about is being optimistic and leading by example.
So what he means is that positive leadership means optimistic means like positive, right? So what he means is a positive means optimistic,
Leading by example. It's a
right? AJO is a very different person because around the world, every part of the like in every situation, in every um, leadership situation, and people are talking about the Hong. You have to be good. You have to be moral. You have to be you have to think about the your people always, right? But that's true. That's not false actually. That's true. That's not wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But what it means is that uh, you have to lead people with an example, right? You have to, for example, say so just leading by example.
common phrase in English. Lead by example.
Lead by examples. Lead by examples, right?
This means that for leadership, there are many, 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 many Techniques of leadership.
So for leadership, there are many techniques, there are many methods, there are many things, right?
Right? You can go to a bookstore, go to the business section.
You can go to a bookstore and go to the business section, right?
You will find many books about this topic of
You will find many books about this topic, leadership.
Leadership and management.
Leadership and management. Actually, people are confused about that. I know that because I learned the skill in life just by doing things, right? Just doing the real things, that kind of the reality, of course.
Thousands of books about this topic and lots of different techniques. You can look for books about persuasion.
You can look for books about persuasion. Persuasion means trying to get people's attention, right? You're convincing them, right? To pursue. Persuasion means convince.
You'll get even more information, methods, and techniques.
So you go to a bookstore and you will find a lot of books about leadership, and you will find a lot of techniques and methods and approaches.
For changing someone's mind,
for changing someone's mind.
Leading one person or groups of people.
Leading one person or groups of people.
So it's a big topic with a lot.
It's a big topic.
Of techniques and methods.
With a lot of techniques and methods, right? What it means is there are many techniques, right? You can, maybe you don't believe, right? Which methods will work for you. So there are many techniques, so it's confusing.
And it can take, years to become really good at it.
It can take years, many years, a lot of years to become good at it, good at the skill, leading.
But there's one simple technique.
There's one simple technique, right? Don't find other techniques. Don't look for other techniques to change someone's mind or to lead people. There's one secret or one simple technique. What is it? He will tell you.
Positive leadership technique or method.
The positive leadership techniques or methods.
Or really even, it's just a mindset. And that is
attitude or mindset.
Is to lead by example.
To lead by examples, right?
Easiest and best way to lead is
the easiest or the best way to lead.
To show other people.
Show them
what you want them to do.
What you want them to do.
Instead of telling them.
Instead means, in Burmese we say asa, right? Instead of telling them. Right, first we say you went, you're the first one to say, my family, I just can't speak English very well, and I can understand, right, his movies, his videos, his topics, all of them. Of course, other movies to English movies, I can understand English, I can speak English well, but no one in my family, except me, no one in my family can speak English exactly like me. I always tell people, like my people, right, the family, my mother, my father, my brother, and people around me, the people I love the most, I always tell them, just do English, listen to English, right? Even my students, my learners, my Burmese learners in my class, learn English every day, listen to English every day, right? You will become like me eventually. Eventually is meaning finally. But they don't do it. So some people do. Why do they do that? Why can they speak English very well like me? Well, because I show them, I tell my story, my past story, when I was working in a Singaporean company. I just tell them about this story. So I did it. I did it. So you can do that. I showed them my examples, and now they believe this, right? Sometimes, right, you don't have the example, you don't have the evidence, but you just tell them, just do it, right? It's good, do it. But some people, they don't believe you. Some people, they are very annoyed because you just do it again and again and again, right? So they think, you're a terrible person, right? Why are you forcing me to do that? Of course, I know that. So, but if you give them examples of yours, it's different. because you have the examples to prove them. Now you don't have to force them to believe you because you have the examples. That's what it means. So you have to,
Instead of
you need to,
persuading them and
instead of persuade them, right? You need to have the examples, your examples, so that they gonna believe you. You did it, right? You're leading us by your example. Then a lot of people will believe you, even if you're wrong, because you have the evidence to prove.
arguing and having all these great techniques. You simply do it yourself. You show them.
Yeah, first you have to do that. So first we say, I always tell people I just did it like that. I just did it, right? Every day, like 4 hours, 5 hours of listening to English, doing English every day. And now I'm just still doing that for almost, I just have been learning English for almost 5 years, 5.5 years. And of course, now I tell people just do it. Just do it, because when I say like do it without the examples, they are not gonna believe. They are not gonna believe me because I don't have the examples, right? And also, I just did it myself first, and then I will maybe I tell people that's the very like a real evidence, real, right, real things.
You show them what to do. And then you show them the success. You show them the results through your own life, through
You showed them. I showed them, right? You showed them your result. Result mean result, result, not reset. A lot of Burmese English teachers and students, they have the wrong pronunciation. I'm not judging them, but the pronunciation needs to be good. The pronunciation needs to be always, because they are English teachers, right? I'm very, very strongly serious about this, about the pronunciation actually. People should speak with the correct pronunciation. The pronunciation is very important than the grammar rules, the bullshit textbooks. Okay, so result, result, result. So you showed them your result to the people,
your own actions.
your own actions.
And when you do that,
You do
you
that.
persuade many people without.
You persuade, right? You convince many people just by showing the people your example, your result. So now you have this, for example, I can speak English. I have this ability. That is my result because I did it every day. I've been doing that for almost 5 years without stopping. Because of that, I have the evidence, I have the example, I have the result, I have the ability of doing that every day. So they're very easy. It is very easy to for you to convince them, to persuade them. That's why.
Without any words at all.
Yeah, sometimes you don't need words, right? You have the evidence. If you have the evidence, if you have the ability already that they don't have, then you don't have to say do it, do it, do it. You don't force them like with words or phrases. They're gonna do it because you have the result, you have the examples of, like, right? That's very good.
So, effortless English. Let's say you're trying to convince people around you to try effortless.
So that's it. I will do the short part. So because the way he speaks is very long actually. So I want to stop there for a while. Maybe if you like that, you'll get a lot of messages from him or from me. And the quit the most important obvious thing is that don't tell people unless or if you don't have the good result. Tell people when you have the good result. Okay, so first we'll say you're you want to lead. You want to first we'll say I'm never. The first we'll say I hate people spitting right on the street. I hate that. So because I hate that, so I first, what did I do? Or first I train myself not to do that. practice that. Of course, in the past when I was younger, I did it many times with my friends, or of course my friends used to do that. Now I'm now an English teacher. I never spit on the street. I never throw things on the ground. I trash, right? I just put things maybe into the trash. If there's no trash near me, or I just put things into my pockets into my bag, and when I get home or when I uh, get to my class, and then I just throw things into the trash, of course. So because I don't like people spitting, right, peeing on the street, I never do that. And of course, I because I never do that, I never spit on the street, and people around me, they first quickly, like all of a sudden, right, suddenly they just respect me. Ah, you just don't do that. Why? Maybe some people think I'm stupid or I'm crazy, I'm strange, I'm a strange person. No, I'm not, because I don't like people who are spinning, right? I don't like that. So I because I don't like them. So if I do that, maybe some people, they don't like me. So I don't do that. I show them the example. So people around me, they start to respect more. They start to believe me. But also, you get the respect, and you get the of course you get the respect. Is the respect important? No, it's not important. But people around me, they do the same thing like me. They never spit on the street. Of course, if I tell them don't spit on the street, right? Don't spit on the street. Don't throw things onto the ground as kind of a on the floor on the ground. But they do it. But when I show them with the examples of my no words, basically no words, just I never tell them. I never tell them just do it. No, no spitting, no throwing things away like on the ground. They look at me and they copy me. Done. So if you want to lead people, you do it first, like a summary. You do it first, and then you get the ability or you get the result, and then maybe you it's very easy for you to convince people, right? Sometimes you don't have to convince them. Sometimes you don't have to persuade them. They will automatically follow you.